It's time to knit together. As I promised when I told you the story of the cat who looks for those who were not lazy in their days and ways. She's looking to find out if they have a pair of new wool socks on their feet in the longest night of the year. Let's knit a pair together. So this is one of the beginner versions of knitting a sock. We are going to start at the top cast on row, do the upper part of the cuff, we'll do the leg, then the heel, the foot and toes. Today, we will only focus on the rib of the cuff. Next time we knit together, we will focus on the beginner color work here. And after that, we will focus on the rest of the leg. Then we'll do the heel, which looks complicated, but I promise it will make sense when we start to do it. Then the foot and the toes. At the end, I will show you how to make things inside neat and how these ends can be woven in so that they do not get pulled out and everything will look nice and finished. All right, so this is the first sock I finished so that I can keep showing you what it is you're doing. And I'm going to start the second sock. Now, you're going to need some worsted yarn for this pattern and some knitting needles. Mine are 4 millimeters, US size 6. The type of yarn I have is 100% pure new wool yarn, 4 needles, size US 6. But the brand I bought is Pattons. It was easily available at my local yarn store. You will find the best choices you have and you like. To do the beginner color work, you will need the accent color. I'm gonna use white on a gray background. Today, as I said, casting on and focusing on this rib. We need 40 stitches and 11 rows. We need 5 needles. We start with 2. This casting on method is very similar to the long tail cast on. I'm not going to be naming casting on methods in our knit alongs because there are so many and many of you are in different parts of the world calling them different names. So focus on what it is you're doing instead of wondering of the name. Another point I want you to remember, the casting on we will do for this type of sock is not the casting on you will do for every sock. Notice this sock will not go to your knees. It will go down to the mid-calf, or you can even knit it shorter. But the casting on method will work well for all socks that go to mid-calf and lower, not for those that are deeper. So let's begin now. We need a longer tail. Again, this will be similar to the long tail, but it's not. There is a twist to it. You will hold 2 needles together in your dominant hand. You will drape the yarn over them so that it twists. So you have this little twist here. Then between these 2 fingers, you're going to hold the 2 strands. And these 2 fingers will go between the yarn here. So watch carefully again. You could even start like this. Put your fingers in here. Lift them up. Okay. Now what is happening? My needles go under, over, under. They jump across, grab, and pull through. And I fasten the stitch on. Because of that little twist on of the yarn in the beginning, I already have 2 stitches. I need 40 stitches between these 2 fingers, inside, open, up, needles go under, over, under, jump, grab, pull through. I have 3 stitches now. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. Between these fingers, these 2 go in and up. Needles go under, over 1, under 1, jump, grab, pull through, and fasten. Between, in, open, pull up, under, over, under, jump, grab, pull through, fasten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5 more very slowly. Between the fingers, 2 fingers in, open, up, needles go under, over 1, under 1, jump, grab, pull through, fasten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Between 2 fingers, 2 fingers in and open, up, under 2, over 1, under 1, grab, pull through, fasten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Between, in, open, up, under 2, over 1, under 1, jump, grab, pull through, fasten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine, 10. I need 40 stitches. Everyone learns differently. I will now not be talking you through it. I will do it slowly and less slowly, and I will move my hands in different orientations, and feel free to pause and fast forward and rewind until you feel confident you're ready to cast on all 40 stitches. Give it a try. Some of you already know this cast on method. Some of you will see it for the first time. If you need to start over, just take it all off and start over. It's totally okay to start 3, 4, 5 times when you're first casting on. Absolutely okay. Let's put 30 more. I barely made it to 40 stitches. If you start having difficulty getting the short part on, it is best to take it all off and start over again. Now that we have 40 stitches, we're going to pull out one of the needles. We have 40 stitches on one needle. Now we need to distribute them evenly on 4 knitting needles. While we do that, we need to follow the pattern knit, purl, knit, purl. I'm going to assume that you know how to make knit and purl stitches for today. If you don't, send a note here in the comments or in the website messaging, and I will find a way to get you a little help for that. All right, so now we're going to knit 10 onto each of these needles. Knit, purl, knit, purl. When we knit, the yarn is behind our work. When we purl, the yarn is in front of our work. Here we go. 1 knit, 2 purl, 1 knit, 2 purl. To avoid twisting your stitches, when you knit socks, get in the habit of knitting from the front to the back and purling from the back to the front. 2, 4, 6, 7 knit, 8 purl, 9 knit, 10 purl. This is needle number 1 and it has 10 stitches. I take now needle number 2. Knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, 4, knit 5, purl 6, knit 7, purl 8, knit 9, purl 10. We have needle number 2. Now we pick up needle number 3. We do the same thing, 10 stitches, knit, purl, knit 1, 2 purl, 3 knit, 4 purl, 5 knit, 6 purl, 7 knit, 8 purl, 9 knit, 10 purl. Now we do needle number 4. The same way, knit, purl. Always start with knit because you ended with purl on the needle before. Let's get these 10 stitches on. We will have 10 stitches per needle on 4 needles. That's 40 stitches. Knit, purl. That's 40 stitches. Now before I connect this into a round, because I have to be knitting in the round, I want to make sure that I laid my needles and my work down flat. Then I twist them so they make a round, and I make sure that things are not twisted, that they're not rolling around. Now, if I do this, I have to go this way, and that is not how I knit. I knit this way. So I need to change this, lay it down this side so I can orient the needles differently. And now my last knitted needle is here, and needle 1 is here. Okay. I need to put the yarn back Now I'm going to put the round together by starting to knit on needle 1, and the yarn will connect it. This is the second round. The first round we did as a row because we were at the same time distributing the stitches and knitting the first round. This now is the second round. We need 11 rounds. You go around, knit, purl, making sure that you always start with knit and end with purl on every needle. That is going to keep your pattern lined up so that you do not create a seed stitch, but you stay with your 1-1 rib stitch. Okay, notice how this thing wants to twist around. When that happens, if you're not used to doing this work in the round, put it down on your table and then position it and lift it up. It will help you get used to it. Remember, start with knit on every needle, knit, purl, knit, purl, it's totally okay if you're not used to knitting in the round to stop after every needle, position and make sure that things have not twisted around. Position the needle you need on top for knitting, and let's go the 4th needle. If this happens and you just slip off a stitch, put it back and do it again. We have finished round number 2. We need 9 more to have 11 rounds. Let's do one more round together. Okay, watch this. Make sure things don't spin around. Use your other fingers to control the other needles. Focus on knitting with the 2 at hand that are currently working. Ignore the others, let them just be between your hands like this. And feel free to go very slowly. You know, you might be knitting differently than I am. You might be keeping your yarn down. You might be going like this. And that's okay. It will just feel different, but you're still doing the same thing if you're doing it this way. I like to keep the yarn on my finger because I feel it is smoother for me, but some of you will prefer keeping yarn down and wrapping it around your needle. Both of those are absolutely fine ways to knit. You can see here you're getting the same result. Do it in the way that is most enjoyable and fun for you. Keep track of the rounds you're knitting. And you can let this video play to the end if you want, or you can stop it here and knit on your own. 11 total rounds. We so far have made 3. You will want to make 11 total. And then next time we knit together, we will focus on this color work part of the leg of the sock. All right, time to focus on knitting. You need 11 rows for the rib. Enjoy it. Send me a message if you have a question or comment. Post below the video. Sign up for our email updates so you know when we're ready to do the color work portion. Post pictures if you'd like of your work. Share the story and knit with others. Share the story of the cat that will be watching all of us on the longest night of the year, just for fun or more, or an enchanted moment or two. We had cast on 40 stitches, distributed them on 4 double-pointed needles. We closed the round and we are making 11 rounds for our rib for the cuff of the sock. That is one rib, 1 knit, 1 purl all the way around. If you lose count, if you're chatting, telling the story, and you lose count of the rows, this is how you can count them. One of the easy ways is to look and notice how you have the little V's formed as you knit. You can count each of those V's. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 rounds. Round number 5. Round number 6. Round number 7. Round number 8. Round number 9. If you get carried away in your thoughts, keep track of the tail and it will remind you when you have finished the round. Round number 10. And now round number 11. Okay, here's the tail. I made it all the way around. Now I need to double check. Do I have 11 rounds? Remember my little V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the foundation row 11. I have 11 rounds. You can see how nice and stretchy this rib is. This is approximately a medium, women's medium slipper size sock. You can add more stitches if you want a larger sock, or fewer stitches if you want a smaller sock. For this first time knitting together, I would suggest following a pattern as is. Now, you have two options. You can go take a break and wait for the next video to be ready for you, or find it if you're watching this at a later time. Or if you have two sets of double pointed needles, you could finish this rib for the second sock as well. I will see you very soon for our next knit along of making this beginner sock pattern with beginner color work example here, which we will do next. That will be our next video. See you very soon.